Imagine standing in an art gallery where each painting is whispering an unsettling secret, a hidden meaning just under the surface. In the world of art, some paintings go beyond simple brushstrokes on a canvas. Some paintings seem to stay with the viewer long after they've looked away. These works of art don't simply depict the imagination of the artist. They conjure emotions, challenge reality, and leave behind a strange feeling, a hauntingly odd presence that lingers in the mind. Today, we'll look at Redon's Haunting, the fragmented faces made of fruit in Giuseppe Arcimboldo's Surreal portraits. Edvard Munch's iconic The Scream, as if the painted figure's terror could leap off the canvas and consume the room. The Arnolfini Portrait, full of cryptic symbols that have confused art historians for centuries. And finally, the sadness of Picasso's The Old Guitarist, hints at a sadness far deeper than a brushstroke can express. Each of these works of art leaves us with one burning question. What do they really mean? The answers may surprise you, or leave you questioning everything you know. Today on Fireside Unsolved, we'll look into the world of mysterious paintings, where nothing, almost nothing, is as it seems. This is Fireside Unsolved, episode 108, 5 Strange and Mysterious Paintings in History. Let's start with Haunting, a striking and mysterious painting by Redon, an artist famous for creating unsettling and thought-provoking artwork. This lesser-known piece perfectly captures Redon's interest in the darker side of human emotions. True to its name, Haunting stirs the imagination and creates a sense of unease. Redon, a French symbolist painter, was known for blending dreamlike images with deeper meanings, and Haunting is a great example of that. Painted in the late 1800s, Haunting doesn't tell a clear story. Redon wasn't trying to show a specific scene, but rather wanted the painting to be an exploration of feelings and thoughts that come from the viewer's own mind. Haunting invites the viewer into a space where dreams and reality blur together, leaving many questions unanswered. The figures shown in the painting aren't necessarily meant to scare us, but instead, they make us reflect on the hidden feelings we may not always acknowledge. What makes Redon's work so powerful is what he leaves unsaid. He doesn't explain everything. Instead, he uses light and shadow to allow the viewer to fill in the gaps. Haunting doesn't tell you exactly how to feel. It simply encourages you to feel something, whether that's fear, sadness, or discomfort. This painting stays in your thoughts long after you've seen it. Redon believed that art should let people experience it in their own way, without needing a clear explanation. The title, Haunting, fits perfectly because the painting feels like it's watching you, whispering thoughts and emotions that are hard to shake off. It invites us to look within ourselves and face our own worries and fears. Haunting isn't just about what's on the canvas. It's about the shadows and emotions we all carry inside us. For the second mysterious painting, let's look into the fascinating world of Giuseppe Arcimboldo, a 16th century Italian painter celebrated for his truly unique and surreal portraits. Arcimboldo had an extraordinary way of seeing the world, using everyday objects, like fruits, vegetables, and flowers, to craft human faces in his famous Composite Heads series. At first glance, these paintings may look like vibrant still life compositions, but when you look closer, you notice the hidden, unsettling human likeness within. This unexpected yet captivating fusion of objects and portraiture pulls the viewer in. Arcimboldo's work challenges how we think about art and perception. His portraits blur the lines between reality and imagination, offering a deeper commentary on humanity's relationship with the natural world. In pieces like Summer and Vertumnus, Arcimboldo doesn't just use fruits and vegetables to mimic facial features. Each carefully chosen element represents something more. A grape might serve as an eye, a pear as a cheek, wheat as hair, together forming a complex organic puzzle. But beyond the playful surface lies a profound meaning. The Composite Heads are a perfect representation of Arcimboldo's often explored themes of transformation, using natural objects to represent the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Though these portraits might seem whimsical at first, their complexity invites deeper look. It's possible that the series of paintings are some kind of celebration of nature's beauty, but they could also be a glimpse of how closely our lives are intertwined with the natural world. Arcimboldo's Composite Heads playfully yet powerfully remind us how easily the boundaries between the human and natural worlds can blur. Sometimes it just takes the right artist to come along in order to bring it to life. Jan van Eyck's Arnolfini Portrait was painted in 1434. This masterpiece is one of the most symbolically rich and debated works in Western art. At first glance, it seems to show a solemn scene. Giovanni di Niccolao Arnolfini, a wealthy merchant, stands alongside a woman in a beautifully decorated room, sharing a moment together. However, the deeper you look, the more questions there are, as every detail in the Arnolfini portrait carries meaning. One of the first observations many have about the painting is that while Giovanni Arnolfini is easily recognizable, the woman's identity remains uncertain. Some believe she is his wife, but historical records suggest she had already passed away by the time this portrait was created. This has led to speculation. Is this a portrayal of a new couple, a tribute to a lost spouse, a friend, cousin, or perhaps something more symbolic? The way the couple is posed also raises questions. Giovanni has his right hand lifted, which many interpret as an oath, while the woman rests her left hand gently on her belly. This has led to speculation that the woman is pregnant, or her pose could simply be a symbol of fertility and the promise of life. The single candle burning in the chandelier could represent divine presence, while the small dog at their feet symbolizes loyalty. The oranges near the window, a luxury in 15th century Europe, might indicate wealth and prosperity. But perhaps the most captivating feature of the painting is the convex mirror on the back wall. Not only does it reflect the couple from behind, but it also reveals two additional figures, one of whom is believed to be the artist, Van Eyck himself. Above the mirror, the artist inscribes, Johannes de Eyck fuit hic, which when translated reads, Jan van Eyck was here. For some, this is blurring the line between reality and art, subtly reminding viewers of the artist's own presence within this intimate scene. The Arnolfini portrait is more than just a depiction of a man and a woman. It's a puzzle filled with symbols and secrets. Its meticulous details, unexplained gestures, and unanswered questions continue to captivate anyone who encounters it. Edvard Munch's The Scream is one of the most iconic and unsettling images in art history. Painted in 1893, it captures the raw emotion of existential terror, resonating deeply with viewers across generations and cultures. This work of art is not a simple depiction of fear. It's a visceral embodiment of psychological anguish and despair, making it feel deeply personal and universally relevant. At the heart of the painting stands a twisted figure, hands pressed to its face, mouth open in a silent, eternal scream. This figure seems overwhelmed by panic, as if the very fabric of reality is unraveling around it. Above, the sky burns with unnatural hues of red and orange, creating a fiery, apocalyptic backdrop that feels like the world itself is in chaos. The bridge acts as a boundary, separating the screaming figure from the swirling, turbulent landscape behind, a metaphor for the tension between the self and the overwhelming forces of life, while the faceless figure symbolizes humanity, caught in an indifferent and chaotic world. What makes The Scream unforgettable is how Edvard Munch merges emotion with landscape. It doesn't just show fear, it throws us into it. The distorted figure, the tumultuous sky, and the oppressive atmosphere combine to create an immersive experience of dread that's hard to shake off. Over a century later, The Scream remains a powerful reflection of human anxiety, echoing our deepest fears of isolation, alienation, and the uncertainty of our own existence. But The Scream is more than a representation of personal fear. It taps into a shared, universal anxiety that many people carry with them every single day. Its power lies in how it confronts us with emotions we often try to suppress, forcing us to face the unsettling truths about our inner struggles and the fragility of the world around us. Pablo Picasso's The Old Guitarist, a haunting and emotional painting that captures the deep feelings of loneliness and despair. Created in 1903 during Picasso's Blue Period, a time marked by personal loss and poverty, this work is dark and somber, featuring a palette of blues and grays. In the center of the painting, we see an emaciated elderly man, hunched over his guitar, eyes closed, as though the music is the only solace in his otherwise desolate world. Picasso's minimalistic composition, featuring just the man, his guitar, and an empty background, draws our full attention to the frail figure. His body, so thin and weak, seems almost skeletal, emphasizing the fragility of life. Despite the man's frail appearance, he clings to the guitar. It reflects the deeper themes Picasso explored during his Blue Period, including isolation, poverty, and the suffering of the human spirit, while also hinting at the glimmer of hope that art can bring. The painting's cool, blue tones heighten the feelings of sadness and detachment. However, the guitar stands out as a symbol of beauty and meaning in an otherwise grim existence. It suggests that even in the darkest moments, art has the power to provide comfort and a sense of purpose. The Old Guitarist is more than just a portrait of a struggling musician. It's a profound exploration of the human condition. It speaks to universal themes of suffering and resilience, reminding us that creativity, in any form, can provide an escape from life's darkest moments. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of the strangest and most mysterious paintings in history. Remember that behind every brushstroke lies a haunting backstory and a mystery waiting to be uncovered. Until we meet again, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Fireside.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fireside Unsolved. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time, take it easy and be easy, you filthy bastards.